Are you looking for the best PS5 monitors? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best PS5 monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Dell Alienware AW3225QF. The Dell Alienware AW3225QF is the best monitor for PS5 that we've tested. It's a high-end monitor that's one of the first 4K, 240Hz QD-OLEDs available, and you can buy the monitor directly through Dell's website. While the console can't fully use the monitor's fast 240Hz refresh rate, you can still play 4K games up to 120Hz without issue thanks to its HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, and this high refresh rate is also beneficial if you want to connect your gaming PC. On top of that, it has a near-instantaneous response time for crystal-clear motion with fast-moving objects. Besides its high-end performance for console gaming, it also delivers premium picture quality. HDR games look fantastic with rich, vivid colors. The monitor has near-perfect contrast, displaying deep blacks next to bright highlights, which is great for playing games in a dark room. There are other OLEDs you can get for a bit cheaper that are also fantastic for console gaming, like the LG 27GS95QE-B, but that monitor has a lower 1440p resolution, so images aren't as detailed, and the Dell offers the best performance. Number 2. Sony InZone M9. If you want to save money and still want the best 4K monitor for PS5, check out the Sony InZone M9. You don't get the same remarkable picture quality as the Dell Alienware AW3225QF because it's not a QD OLED, so it can't display the same deep blacks next to bright highlights, but that's what you have to expect for a lower-cost display. The picture quality is still great, as there isn't much blooming in dark scenes. But if you want something with an even better local dimming feature, check out the Acer Nitro 15275KP3 BiPres. However, that monitor has high input lag at 60 Hz, so gaming feels less responsive. The Sony monitor has a great response time with both 120 Hz and 60 Hz signals, resulting in crisp motion. As this is made by Sony, like the PS5, it has a few features only the console can use, like auto HDR tone mapping, which optimizes the HDR performance and settings based on the game. As expected, it works without issue with the PS5 as it supports HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and VRR to help reduce screen tearing. Lastly, its design shares similarities with the PS5, meaning it'll look great in your setup next to the console. Number 3. LG 27GR93U-B. If you want a mid-range monitor for less, consider the LG 27GR93U-B, which is another good 4K option. It doesn't have the same proprietary features for console use as the Sony InZone M9, like auto HDR tone mapping. It also lacks a local dimming feature, but this is normal, as you'll need to get a higher-end monitor if you want better picture quality. Still, it's great for console gaming thanks to its fast response time, making your favorite games look sharp, with very little blur behind fast-moving objects, but there's more blur with 60 Hz signals. It's fully compatible with everything the PS5 offers, supporting 4K at 120 Hz gaming thanks to its full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth. This includes support for VRR, which helps reduce screen tearing. While the monitor's 27-inch display is a good size, larger displays can create a more immersive experience, and if you're interested in that, the LG 32GR93U-B is a good choice. It's very similar to the 27GR93U-B and even has a faster response time, but it also costs more. Number 4. Dell Alienware AW2724DM. If you still find the LG 27GR93U-B out of your price range, you can save money with a lower resolution monitor, like the Dell Alienware AW2724DM. You don't get the same detailed images as on the LG as it has a 1440p resolution, And it can't take full advantage of the console with 4K signals up to 120 Hz because it doesn't have HDMI 2.1 bandwidth. On the plus side, Dell supports HDMI 4M VRR, which many 1440p monitors don't support, and this helps reduce screen tearing in PS5 games. Additionally, fast-moving objects have minimal motion blur thanks to the fast response time at any refresh rate. While this monitor offers good features and performance, the biggest downside is that it doesn't have an audio output. If you plan on using headphones, this isn't a problem, as you can connect any pair of standard headphones directly to the DualSense controller. However, it's more complicated if you want to connect speakers, and if that's the case, it's better to consider the LG 27GP850 B/27GP83B B, which has an audio output. It doesn't support VRR with the PS5 like the Dell. Number 5. Dell G2724D. There are some good options if you're looking for the best PS5 monitor on a budget. You can get the Dell G2724D directly from Dell's website. It's a step-down model from the Dell Alienware AW2724DM, so there are a few differences. It doesn't display as many colors, particularly in HDR, so the picture quality is slightly worse, and it doesn't have a USB hub either, so you can't connect any devices directly to the monitor. On top of that, the G2724D has a lower max refresh rate than the AW2724DM, but that only makes a difference if you also plan on using it for PC gaming. Besides these minor differences, it's similar to the AW2724DM, especially regarding PS5 gaming. It supports VRR with the console, which most budget monitors don't support. Motion looks good, even at 60 Hz, so there's minimal blur trail with fast-moving objects. This monitor also has some downsides, as it has limited picture quality, so if you want a budget monitor with much better picture quality, especially in HDR, check out the AOCQ27G3XMN. It uses mini LED backlighting with a good local dimming feature, but it can be harder to find than the Dell